Hello everyone and welcome to Medrash on the Parsha. We are in Parshas Korach this week. We are going to discuss a very interesting Medrash on the Parshas Medrash Rabba. It is in Parsha Yud Ches, Seif Zayin, according to my version. This Medrash is actually mentioned by Rashi on the Pasuk. It's in Perek Zayin, Pasuk Hey. The Pasuk discusses as follows. It says in the Torah like this. Korach comes and he complains to Moshe Rabbeinu. He is basically demanding, with quite a few people as well, he has a crowd with him, and he's demanding that, according to the simple translation of the Psukim, the wording he uses is that basically, Kol Eidah Kulam Kedoshim, the whole congregation is Kedoshim, they are unique, Hashem is amongst them. So why are you elevating yourselves, you, meaning Moshe, and Aharon, that they are speaking to at this point, why are you elevating yourselves above everybody else? Why aren't you including everybody else? God is amongst all of us together. So Moshe, the way he responded was, first he fell on his face. And number two, then the Pasuk, this is the Pasuk we're going to discuss, this verse. In Pasuk A, Perek Zayin Pasuk A, the Pasuk says, V'yidaber el Korach, rather, he spoke to Korach, Vel Kol Adosei, and to his whole congregation, which he managed to gather at this point. Leimoir, he tells them as follows. Boiker, morning. V'yoda Hashem, and Hashem will let know, Es Asher Loi, that which is his. Ve'es HaKadosh, and that which is holy, or that which is unique. V'hikriv Elav, he will bring that, or he brought that close to him. We'll see, that will make a difference how to translate that. Ve'es HaShiyivcha Boi, and that which he will choose, Yakriv Elav, he will bring close to him. So the wording the pasuk is, so they'll understand this verse is very, right, it's a difficult verse. Why is he telling them, Boiker, morning? He didn't say Ba Boiker, in the morning. He says Boiker, morning, and Hashem will let know, and God will let know that which which is his, that which is unique, he will bring close to him. That's the second thing. Third thing, and that which he will choose, he will bring close to him. That's a third thing. He seems to be referring to three different things in connection to morning. What is he saying? So we have quite a unique Medrash Rabba, which Rashi brings part of it. I want to bring a big part of it, the rest of it, in order to bring the bigger picture of it. So the Medrash says like this. Moshe is actually, this is his response. He's actually giving an answer to Korach's debate, to Korach's question, his demand, his complaint, right? And we'll explain as follows. So the Medrash is like this. Moshe tells them, the gvules, the boundaries. God set boundaries when he created the world. He set boundaries as follows. You have day and you have night, right? The Torah says in the beginning of Bereshis, it says, Vayerev, Vayiboker. There's night. Erev is translated partly as night, partially as night. Vayiboker, and there was Boker. Boker is the morning. In other words, when there is light. And Hashem separated between the light and the dark, right? It says clearly Hashem separated them. So in other words, God created these boundaries as part of the creation of the universe. So, and he says the purpose of this is because this is how the world is going to run. We need, in order for God's plan to come into, to run, he has to have these boundaries. So the Medrash says like this. Just like God separated between light and dark in order that the world could run the way he wants it to run, so too he separated between the Jews and the other Yisrael and other nations. Like it says in the Torah, in Parshas, in Sefer Vayikra, Va'avdil eschem min ha'am li'yisli, I separated you from the nations to be for me. So in other words, I create a separation, just like in the creation of the world, I made a separation between day and night, morning and evening. So too, I made a separation within the nations of the world between Am Yisrael and the other nations. And the Medrash continues. So first of all, you see from here that this division within nature is also a similar division, the way God created between nations. So it seems that is also part of nature, part of the rules of nature. There is this division by default. This is part of nature. So it's not a superiorism. It's not supremacism. It's not ethnotrism, I believe it's referred to. So, and then the Medrash continues as follows. The Medrash says the same thing as in regards to Aaron. God also separated, like it says, the pasuk Divrei Yomim that says, "Vayibodel Aaron akdisha kedoshim." Aaron became separate, divided from the rest of the Jews in order to make him kodesh kedoshim. So this is what the Medrash concludes, is what Moshe is telling Korach. It says like this: if you guys could mix between this division which God created, right, between light and day, so you could also, break these boundaries amongst Aaron and the rest of the Jews. You want to break? Go ahead. This is a godly thing. It's a godly part of nature. You want to fight nature? Doesn't work that way. So according to that, that's what the Torah means when it says Boiker. Moshe's response is the morning. He doesn't say in the morning. He says morning. You will know that which is for Hashem. In other words, Hashem made for himself divisions: morning, evening. So morning is a division from the evening, right? And then the pasuk continues. That's a second division. That which is Kadosh, he brought close to him. In other words, that's referring to the Yidden, the Jews, between the other nations. That's another part of division within nature. And the third one, that which you will choose, that's referring to Aaron, the last one of division. So in other words, all the common denominator between all these three things, the division between day and night, the Jews and the rest of the nation, and within Jews, a division of Aaron, Kehanim, etc., Moshe, and the rest of the Jews, this is a natural division amongst the laws of nature, the way God created the world. So therefore, this is not. So it comes out a very interesting lesson according to this Medrash. That people may claim that Jews claiming that they have a supremacism even within the Jews, right? You have the Kehanim. It's really the same concept. They're taking these jobs, hire for themselves. This is exactly what Korach was complaining about. How can you Jews claim you guys are better than everybody else? This is supremacism. Therefore, we have to deal with you guys with force. This is because you guys are making us less than human, so to speak. So according to this Medrash, it's exactly the argument, really, on a smaller scale, between Korach and Aaron. That Korach was saying, this seems to be, you guys are making supremacism, ethnocentrism, making yourself better than we are. So Moshe actually tells him, no, look at the divisions. You're not making the proper comparison. The proper comparison is to the laws of nature, the way God created the world. Everything has to be in its place. This is part of that plan. So therefore, he's telling him, night and day, you want them to mix? That's supremacism, right? Day has its own qualities. You want to see that supremacism? It's better than night? That doesn't make any sense, right? Why is that? Because everyone understands the boundaries of day is day and night is night, right? It's pretty obvious. We could see with our eyes and senses. The difference is, when it comes to the Jewish people, right, not necessarily, unfortunately, do we always see it in every day, in every generation. And the same thing with amongst the Kehanim. If it's not evident and clear, it's very easy to make that division. But that's why it's important, right? That's why it is important that we have a responsibility, us as Jews, and anybody as a person. You have to take your unique qualities and show and make it clear like day and night. And then it will be obvious, and people won't have an issue with you, right? Because you'll show how, I am different and I'm unique. I have my unique qualities, and I will express them, right? Not be embarrassed by them, right? So we have to be like day and night. That is the lesson. We have to learn. These are unique, ingrained qualities from our creation. It's how we were created. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing to be feel attacked about. It's like day and night. So everyone have a great Shabbos. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to make one more comment. Actually, Rashi, the Rashi has a different of a wording. The way the Rashi explains the claim Moshe had is a little bit different than the Medrash. He says, "Can you guys flip day to night?" Right? The wording of the Medrash is, "Could you mix between day and night?" Think about it. Have a great one.